Hello, class. This is Marcos, and I'm here to give you a quick briefing for our week 5 to week 6 assignment. And we're nearing the end of our baby board book design, and it's a critical week. And I want to make sure everyone's on track and knows what they should be working on. As we take a look here at the schedule, we're on part 5 of 6 rounds of work. And design completion means this week you're going to be finishing your design so that you're able to make a final presentation review at our class this coming week on Thursday, and that you have as much possible completed so that once we finish next week's class, we will then have a week to put together the final files and deliver them to me so that then I can prepare them and get them ready for the printer. And then we can send them off to the printer and then get our books back in like a month and a half or so. So what that means is that some of you might come to this classroom session next week with your book fully done and minimal changes. And then after class, your assignment will simply be to package the files and make sure everything's together and do any last minute little changes, and it won't be a lot of time. But for others, it might mean that you don't have everything fully completed. You might have text edits, you might have illustrations that aren't fully finished, you might have revisions to things. So it's going to be normal for there to be differences. And as we saw in our last class, there were differences in where people are at. Those differences need to start reducing now this week. And for sure, I'm going to be very strict about the final file deadline, because I want to send all our books at once to the printer and then get them back. I don't want 1 or 2 students not being finished delaying the delivery of our books, because I want our books to be back in time for the photo shoot we're going to have in about a month or so. And I want our books to be present when you take pictures of yourself with your book. So we have a week of intense work and then another week of finalizing. So please, as I urged in class, make sure you take the time to really commit to this project, put aside those fun things, hold off on your other classes, and make sure that you're really diving in deep to this, because each of you has a great concept. Each of you have inspiring, cool visuals and good stories. And it takes time to realize them fully. And you need to put the time in. I can only harass you so much from class or from here. And you need to spend the time and really be self-critical, and do not be afraid of suffering in order to get this done. Not literally, but like push yourself. And I also want to ask that you really do your best to utilize communication with me and also with your fellow classmates or other friends at Parsons, or even, because these are baby books, your family or people you know who might have kids or parents. But mostly, really commit yourself to getting as much done, if not everything, so that your final spreads are ready to show. Okay, so the process is as same as usual. Like, take in the feedback you got yesterday or our last class, and adjust to that. If you got lots of feedback and you're confused, like, reach out to me, because it shouldn't be that everybody's feedback literally should be taken. It should be taken in, but then you need to kind of critically think about it and decide what's best for you. It may mean ignoring it, including my feedback, but not all these. But mostly it's your book. But think about what you've heard and make the best decisions, and then buckle down and complete all the pages. If you're worried because your first 2 spreads have taken a long time, that's the way it goes. Like, the first one will take longer than the first 2 will take longer than the last 4. So things should go faster once you kind of get a knack of what you're doing. And please be sure you just go through that and get these things done. So get your text, your illustrations, your typography, your colors, get that finalized, and then be ready to share it. Share your complete layout process to the class, and put together a full presentation. Now, we could see the results of not having a full presentation for some of us last week, where we had to go back and forth, and this time I want there to be more of a structured presentation put together. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So here's a list of it: the cover page, the overview page on Dirt, summary page of the assignment, your 3 case studies, your design inspiration pages, your design concept statement, your storyboard page. All those things are already done. Just move them over there if you haven't yet and put them in there. An overview of preliminary design review work process. So here, this one is going to take a little bit of work here, where you have to like think about your process and create a page or two that kind of showcases, maybe 3, that showcases how your design process worked, how it evolved, show sketches, show preliminary work. This is a chance to kind of look behind the curtain and make it look cool and interesting, and get the person looking at your presentation in on your process. So think about how you want to do that. And then from there, it's pages featuring your final design, like 1 spread per page, cover, spread back. And then after that, do a showcase of all your spreads and cover and back on 1 page. And then the most important of all, as you have learned in this class, is you must have a thank you page at the end. Be grateful and thankful at the end, always. So here's just a quick version of past students one. We all have these pages done pretty much, so make sure your 3 inspirations are in there, or your 3 book case studies, and then your design inspiration, your type inspiration, your text concept written out, and then your storyboard. And then this is the page that I was talking about in terms of like showing preliminary design process. And this designer decided to kind of show some black and white sketches and then some color studies and just variation. So it just kind of shows the work in progress. And then from there, you go into showcasing full on nicely cropped spreads. Again, while we're doing this, let's not forget to add your spine. And I want to encourage everyone should put their name, like this should be moved up in a little tiny, even if it's small, your name should be here. And again, remember you have this space here, but this box is white, so color can go behind here, or imagery can go behind here, because the box will be here with an opacity to it. And also, while you're here, like see how it says in the second to the last line of the first paragraph, this dirt book was designed and illustrated by, and then your name should be typed in here. So try to put that in there, or I'll do it. And then from here, you got spread 1, spread 2, spread 3, spread 4, spread 5, spread 6, spread 7. And then at the end, put together all of your book into a single overview page like this. Now, you might want to put the cover here and put the back here, but it's okay to do it this way. Whatever makes the most sense for you. And then here it is, thank you page. Okay, so here it is all in one slide. It showcases everything you should have for next week. And then make sure you upload it to the Google Drive. And here is the Canvas assignment page that is uploaded now. So you can check there for the links for the Google Drive if needed, or just an overview in writing. And here's the Google Drive ready for you to fill it up. And a reminder, you need to be putting these in here. If you're not, you're going to be losing points. If you see that you got a great presentation, but you're like, why did I only get 4 points or 4.5 points? Because there's nothing in the Google Drive, and that's going to start costing. And I'm going to go retroactively back where you've got a full set of points, and then I see that you don't have anything in there because I forgot to check. Points can be taken away. Don't think that's not allowed. That's totally allowed. So keep that in keep mind that issue. And for those of you who started late, you got to go back in time, or joined us late, you got to go back and build each one so you fulfill the assignment as if you were here. So it doesn't matter if you started on week 2 or 3, I want you to put it together in the way you should. Okay, that's it. So back to work, everyone. Make sure you're giving it your full best, and that you're really focusing and working as hard as you can to make these things great, and be in communication with me as much as possible. Look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday in class. Thanks so much.